My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You are all here today for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the State Attorney's Office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you are arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you will given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pre-trial release which will be imposed upon you. You are entitled to have an attorney represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you this morning. You are also entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your counsel know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to make that phone call, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay, put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Michelle Burgess. Can I have your date of birth?
2/12/82.
Okay. Ms. Burgess, you're here this morning for possession of controlled substance, possession of a suspended driver's license, and possession of paraphernalia.
She's not pregnant anymore, is she? Oh, she's still
I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office.
You are not.
May I have an address for you on La Bella Street in Spring Hill? Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
Sorry. Where do you live?
The sales,
What's the address?
6144 to Sales Street,
How long have you been there for?
2 weeks.
Okay. How long have you lived in Hernando County?
Since 2015.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
Painting.
Painting? Is that full-time work?
Part-time.
Part-time? Okay. When was the last time you worked?
Yesterday.
Do you work for a company?
Yes, ma'am.
What company do you work for?
Gary Miller Painting.
How much money are you making there?
20 hours a week at minimum wage.
Okay. So why haven't you paid your child support?
Taking care of my other 2 children.
Okay. You had a hearing back in July where you were supposed to pay $500 by August 10th, and you did not pay that $500, which is why you are here today, and your purge amount is $502.80.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. State the super prior record. Your Honor, I do not see anything at this time.
I'm not seeing it here written. So many tests on those things from the fucking class health. What'd you charge my guy with? Fucking nuts. Threats to kill.
Okay. Do you have family members that are going to try to bond you out of jail
Okay.
for the criminal charges?
I can try to call my boss. I have no family.
Okay. I'm going to find with the bodily attachment for failure to pay that child support that you have the ability to pay the purge, that you are able-bodied and able to work. You have been working about 20 hours a week at minimum wage, but you have not made those payments. So I'm going to keep the purge amount at $500. or you can do 10 days in the Hernando County Jail. With regard to the criminal charges, for the possession of controlled substance, I'll set the bond at $500. For the possession of a suspended driver's license, I'm going to ROR you, and for the possession of paraphernalia, I'm going to ROR you. So we'll see you back to court on January 8th at 9 a.m. Gina Wagner. Hi, Gina.
Hi.
What's your date of birth?
2/13/82.
Gina, you were here for a retail theft. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Eineman. I believe the date of offense on that, just so you know, is back in January of 2018. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes. Who is the recipient of the victim?
Sears.
Okay.
Okay?
So I've been incarcerated since March 8th
Where?
in the Pasco County Detention Center
Okay, for what?
for a whole bunch of other charges. I just went ahead and signed on Tuesday of last week, and they're sending me to West Care and to and probation, and that's when this came about. But I've been asking the whole time I've been in Pasco. I've been asking them if I had a warrant because the detective came to see me and told me I was under arrest and everything, but nothing was ever.
Okay, because they don't have to tell you until you clear up your Pasco County cases. And once you cleared up those Pasco County cases, they served you with this warrant that's been outstanding. And I know you completed drug offender drug court, right? You completed that like in
Yes,
October of 2016, right?
Yes.
And you did really well in that program. So I don't have to tell you how disappointed I am to see you this morning.
I know.
All right. So I found probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to keep the bond at $2,000 as charged as a felony, so we're going to see you back to court on January 8th at 9 a.m. Sabrina Doig. Wait, what was it? You know what? Can I see that back? Sorry, Gina. Yeah, I did. Can I have your date of birth?
8/12/77.
All right. You were here today for grand theft. The bond amount is $5,000. It's based on a warrant out of Pasco County. I found probable cause for your arrest. What's going to happen is Pasco County is going to come get you within the next 3 days, approximately. They'll take you over there. When you get over there, you can talk to a judge about that bond amount. You can ask for a court date, and you can ask for a lawyer when you get there. If they don't come get you within the next 3 days, then the folks there at the jail will bring you back in front of me, and we'll figure out what the holdup is, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I talked to Lee.
Stacy Rash.
I'll sign it. After I throw her under the bus.
I'll put a return date in case there's a problem.
Can I have your date of birth? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
4/5/80.
Thank you. You were here today for a possession of methamphetamine. The bond amount is $2,000. Possession of introduction of contraband into the jail. The bond amount is $2,000. Possession of drug paraphernalia. The bond is $1,000. And tampering with evidence. The bond is $5,000. I found probable cause for your offense on each of these. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office?
Yes, please.
But the public defender's office state does she have a prior record?
Sorry.
One moment, please.
I have stuff out of state. It looks like it's just for potential warrants. As far as in-state, the Putnam County charge looks like an aggravated assault, grand theft of a firearm, and DV battery. And then in February of 2018, also out of Putnam County, I have a Dwillis, paraphernalia. And then in 2012, out of Alachua, I have a Dwillis that was, petty theft that was ultimately dropped, and in Volusia in 2001, a trespass.
Stacey, how long have you lived in Hernando County?
About a month.
Okay. You live on Miracle Drive in Spring Hill?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Where did you live before that?
Putnam County in Jacksonville.
All right. Do you have any family here?
No.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Well, I'm working under the table at a hair salon, helping out, but, I'm still looking.
No, I don't know. That's why I asked. Okay, so,
But with those, charges she read out, they all got dropped.
well, good for you. All right.
So,
Hold on a second. Possession of methamphetamine, the bond's going to be $4,000. Introduction of contraband, $4,000. Possession of drug paraphernalia, $2,000. And tampering with evidence is going to be $10,000. We'll see you back to court on January 8th at 9 a.m., okay? Danielle Slager. Can I have your date of birth?
5/18/76.
Alrighty. You are here today for a writ of bodily attachment. It's showing a cash purge on your child support of $220. Can you come up with that $220 in order to get out of jail?
I think with my mom.
Okay. Do you live with your mom?
Yes.
And your mom would give you money?
Possibly.
Does your mom help take care of you?
Does she? I mean, I'm helping her. I help take care of her.
Okay. I have an address for you on Palm Green Lane in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Palm Green Lane.
How long have you lived there?
Last year, but my mom's been there for 12 years, so I mean, I've been back.
Okay. All right, you had an order, a hearing on October 26th, and at that hearing, it was determined that you had the ability to pay, and you were supposed to pay according to this payment plan, and you signed off on that saying that you could do that. It looks like, did you make one payment?
No.
No. Was the last time you paid child support in April of this year? Does that sound about right?
Sure.
What are you doing for work?
I don't work. I help my mom. I've been applying for jobs.
Okay, where did you apply for a job?
60 places, over 60 places in this one time.
So how would your mom get money to get you out of jail if she relies on you?
She doesn't rely on me. She gets disability and retirement.
Okay, so I don't think you answered my question. How much can you come up with in order to get out of jail?
Right now, nothing, but I have to get a hold of my mom, and she has lots of money.
Okay.
Here's a picture of the judge just before I give it.
Okay, you're going to come up with $220 or you're going to spend 10 days in jail, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Mark Corso. Can I have your date of birth?
9/48.
You are here today for possession of a suspended driver's license and driving on a suspended driver's license, a third or subsequent offense. Found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
Defender's Office. I'm finding PC for it, but I am noting that the driving record does only reflect financials, and it wasn't provided to me any information about a forcible felony, but I'll find PC for today's purposes. I have an address for you on Highway 41, Lot 3. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
Where do you live?
On these cells?
How long have you lived there? How long have you lived there?
A couple weeks.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Amy?
Let me guess, 20 hours a week at minimum wage?
No. It's like 40 hours.
All right.
$2 an hour.
Okay. State?
Your Honor, it does reflect that there's an out-of-state history. I do not have that, though. As for in-state, I only have a worthless check adjudication withheld in 2010 and a dropped petty theft second offense in 2007.
I just think that's funny when the record reflects a second offense, but never a first.
Yeah, so I think the out-of-state history is probably where
Yeah.
all the good stuff is.
All right.
Good, bad.
The good stuff.
Depends on your viewpoint.
All right. Count number 1, your bond is going to be $250. On count number 2, it's going to be $500. We're going to see you back to court on January 8th at 9 a.m. Michael Elkins? Can I have your date of birth?
2/14/71.
You're here today for driving on a suspended driver's license. I found probable cause for your arrest. You got the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am, please.
And it's another one where the driving record only reflects financials, and I don't see a forcible felony. I find probable cause, common driving on suspended. Sir, I have an address for you on West Road in Hudson. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Since February.
Okay, do you have a job?
I paused my employment claim. My wife has stage 3 cancer.
Okay, so you're not working right now.
I'm going to take her for her.
Okay, state prior record.
Your Honor, there are also indication that there is an out-of-state history. However, I do not have that this afternoon. I do have multiple violations of probation through 2016 and 2017, and it looks like that was for possession of firearm by a convicted felon from 2015. 2014, another probation violation, driving license suspended in 2013. 2012, I had a burglary of a structure or conveyance, and then misdemeanor possession of marijuana in 2010, adjudication withheld, more probation violation in 2009. It looks like that was for a DUI in 2007. And then that's it. Besides the out-of-state. That I don't know.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to keep your bond the same, and we're going to see you back to court on January 8th at 9 a.m., okay? Joseph Gibbia? Can I have your date of birth?
25/72.
All right. Mr. Gibbia, you were picked up because you failed to appear in front of me on December 12th on a no valid driver's license. So
Yes, ma'am.
I do find probable cause for your arrest, but do you want to take care of your case today?
Excuse me?
Do you want to take care of your case today?
Sure.
Okay. If you want to take care of it today, I'll give you time served in the Hernando County Jail, and you'll have fines and court costs of $488. You want to take care of it today?
Thank you.
All right. Do you understand that by taking this plea today, you're giving up rights to go to trial?
Yes.
Giving up the right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up the right to have the state prove the case against you. Do you want to give up those
Yes.
rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes.
Okay, with regard to this no valid driver's license in 2018 CT 3754, how do you plead complete no contest?
At least with me. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find this freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Hernando County Jail, give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. You'll have fines and court costs of $488 and the cost of incarceration assessed against you. You just want to go down to the clerk of court and make payment arrangements when you get a chance, okay?
Thank you.
All right, he's releasable today on that. Owen Hillis? Date of birth? You're here today for a failure to appear in front of Judge Toner. What have you? Were you just late for court? Is that what happened?
I was there. I just didn't hear my name called yet.
Your Honor, if I may, I was in court yesterday. This is my case. He did not appear. The bailiff called out in the hallway multiple times. He did not appear. They issued the KPs at that point. Mr. Houston from the Public Defender's Office represents him. I spoke with him today. We were asking if you could put it on tomorrow, Judge Toner's docket tomorrow, so we can just address it quickly.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to keep the bond the same that Judge Toner has requested, of $100,000, $4,000, $4,000, $4,000, $2,000, $2,000. Probable cause for the arrest. He has the public defender. We'll appoint the public defender, and we'll put it on for tomorrow, which is the 19th at, what, 8:30?
8:30, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So December 19th at 8:30 in the morning. We'll see you back to court tomorrow morning, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Alex King? Date of birth?
July 1st, 98.
All right, you are here today for a violation of probation. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. It's no bond on that violation of probation warrant, so we're going to hold you no bond, and we'll see you back to court in front of Judge Toner on January 16th, okay, at 8:30 in the morning. Someone from the PD's office will be out to see you soon.
Okay, I got a piece of paper when I first got to jail, and they said my court date was the 8th.
Yeah, we got to get you back in front of Judge Toner, so we need to change the date.
Oh, okay.
All right, William Taylor? Can I have your date of birth?
12/13/1984.
Okay, you were here today for a domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you? Okay, do you want me to appoint an attorney? I explained it at the beginning when I made my little speech. Were you listening?
Yeah, I have a learning disability, so
Okay. Well, I mean, you can either go out and hire a lawyer to represent you, or I can give you a lawyer. Which one do you want?
I'll see if my dad can give me a lawyer.
Okay. Do you want me to give you a lawyer in the meantime, just in case Dad doesn't?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Appoint the Public Defender's Office for now. If you or your dad hire a private lawyer, then the Public Defender's Office will withdraw from your case, okay?
Okay.
All right. State.
Your Honor, I just see a couple things from 2004 that were ultimately dropped. It included a non-domestic battery, and a retail theft, and a grand theft that were all no crossed.
And they were all in 2004?
Yes.
All right. All right. I need to order that you have no contact with the victim, Jolyn McCall, okay? That means you can't call her, you can't write her, you can't email her, you can't have anyone else write her, call her, or email her. Do you understand that?
Okay, so I can't see her ever again?
What was the question?
I can't see her anymore?
Don't see her. Not until we say it's okay. Right now you cannot see her, talk to her, call her, anything, okay?
I understand.
You do? Okay, good. Don't go to her house. Don't park outside of her house. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever.
I don't know where she's going to be at, so.
Okay. All right. I need to hold you. You're going to be in jail until 4 o'clock today, just in case we need to serve you with some extra papers. So you can't get out until 4. And at 4 o'clock, I'm going to set your bond at $100, okay? So get in touch with your dad. Go ahead.
Oh, what did you say? I'm sorry.
I was going to say you can get in touch with your dad, see if he can come up with $100 to get you out of jail, okay? But then you have to come back to court January 11th at 1:30.
Okay.
Is that right? At 1:30?
He looks 18.
Why is it at 1:30?
He's born in 84. He just turned 34.
All right. January 11th at 1:30, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Mariano Alexis. Date of birth?
November 6, 1998.
Okay, so your name is, Mariano is your middle name.
Yes.
Okay, Roland's your last name. So Lexus Roland?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. It looks like you have something going on in Pennsylvania, and they may want you back there. So you have a couple different options today. First option is that you can ask for an extradition hearing. If you ask for that hearing, we will hold you in custody for 60 days until we can arrange that hearing. At that hearing, someone from the state of Pennsylvania will come down here and they will show us that you are the appropriate person, subject of that warrant, and that they do have a valid warrant for your arrest. If they do show that to us, then they will take you from our custody and take you to Pennsylvania at that time. Your second option is that you can waive that hearing and you can give Pennsylvania 15 days. You can put them on the clock right now and give them 15 days to decide whether to come and get you. Would you like to start and put Pennsylvania on the clock right now?
No, I'd like to have the 60 days.
Okie dokie.
First option.
All right. The clerk's office will schedule that. We will put a hold on you for 60 days and hold you in our custody, okay?
Okay.
All right. Kaylin Slaughter. Have your date of birth?
9387.
You're here today for possession of methamphetamine, 3 counts of possession of controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, and for not having a valid driver's license. I found probable cause for each of these. Did you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll play the public defender's office. State.
Your Honor, in the state of Florida in 2017, I have a failure to appear, and it looks like that was for possession of controlled substances. And then I have a battery with no disposition from 2017, domestic in nature. And then I do have a Texas out-of-state history that goes back to 2003. That's pretty lengthy. Sorry, give me a moment here. It looks like drug offenses as well as some driving offenses. It looks like he did serve time in the state jail, as they put it on theirs, and the Department of Corrections for possession of controlled substance, accident involving damage to a vehicle. And then in 2013, it looks like more possessions of controlled substances, and it just goes back, continuing with that, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I have an address here in Drysdale Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
6 months.
All right. Where'd you live before that?
Texas.
All right. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
AC control.
All right.
Next question.
Okay. Counts 1 through 4 are going to be $4,000. Count 5 is $2,000. Count 6 is $1,000. You have another court date on January 16th at 8:30 in the morning. If you're unable to bond out, someone from the PD's office will be out to see you soon, okay?
Yes, ma'am.